Teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports?
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Come on now. Let's do this.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance. Throwing first play is Lance.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
On play action, Lance.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On first down, this is McCaffrey.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35.
To throw, it's Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
From the 29,
Lance. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Throwing on first down is Lance.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The Niners at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now Lance again.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Rosa's kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in Week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week: 14 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Back to throw here. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They're going to look to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Now Lance.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
45, right.
Lance now on 1st down.
And he fires one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Lance. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And Lance now to throw.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Rosas' kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And he'll get nothing out of that one. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
Lance looking to throw it.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's Lance. Out to the right here to Shepard. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 41-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 6-0 our score after one. From the 38, Lance. This is Shepard on the catch. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 22-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. On first down, Lance. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On second down, McCaffrey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. McCaffrey is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And this taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. On the draw, this is Fournette. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, spinning away. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Working from the gun. Lance.
Open man is Samuel, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Lance now on first down.
His throw caught right around the 6.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. On the ground, McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with career touchdown number 60 as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Second and 9 now.
A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 5. That's out to his running back, Fournette.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll set up to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Buccaneers get a bit closer.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
To throw again on second down, Lance. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Lance going to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From just shy of midfield, Lance dancing to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Shotgun now for Lance. Flush to his right. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Out of the gun now on third down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And second and 10. He'll look to throw again. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's third and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is first and 10 right now. Up the gut, Fournette, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up a throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Succop's kick is good, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
To throw, it's Lance.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And now they'll throw with Lance. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Second down, here's an option right. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Now Lance.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 10.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete.
And he is going to have the Bucs 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Second and 2. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Toward the center
of the field, but it's incomplete. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
Succop's kick is good, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Throwing now is Lance.
Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Lance looking to throw it.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Lance finding Kittle. First down, San Francisco.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Lance. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Lance to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So a big one coming now for Aldrick Rosas. This to make it a 2-score game. Rosas' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2nd and 14. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They're going to look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run. But this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And he's got it. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he is going to lose yardage here. Succop's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. So the victory here for San Francisco. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours. Right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Karen said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the 49ers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll fall